Hello, guys. Welcome to my channel. And once again, we'll be discussing about the core secrets about life. See, some point of time, there is a factor of leadership which is required. है ना? So, if you do not find some leader in your life, you do not find some guide in your life, if you do not find any mentor in your life, what will happen is that you do not know where your ship is going, where your journey is going. There should be someone in your life who can really guide you to the direction which you should go, and you should take the part of the journey. So, in usual life, in general life, we do not find the proper mentor or a coach who can lead our life in a proper way. So, if you think aesthetically or if you think overall perception of life, see, there are certain aspects like intellectual aspects, spiritual aspects, religious aspects, and financial aspects, and the family aspects, social aspects, and all these emotional aspects, all these strengths has to be balanced at one point of time. And for this, what you require is that should be a powerful leader who could really guide your life to the way to the success, the way to the spiritual success, emotional success, financial success, social success, and intellectual success, and emotional success. When you find such kind of a person in your life, you should never leave him. So, to tell this clearly, I'll tell you a story of a king. Okay, he was a king in Japan. Okay, and he was actually ruling a small part of Japan. And while he was doing this activity, uh, his kingdom was very small, and the people who are surrounded, the kingdoms which are surrounded by this kingdom was actually thinking to occupy this place. Okay, so whenever you see that in the past also, when the kingdom is low and small and weak, what people really do is that the people try to occupy it. At those times, this was a common practice. Weak kingdoms are usually occupied by the stronger kingdoms. So the same thing happened here, and people of the neighboring kingdom thought of attacking it. And one point of time, an army of almost 1,500 people attacked this kingdom. Okay, so now this news came to the king that 1,500 soldiers are actually surrounding his kingdom, and they are going to actually occupy this place. Now, the king asked the head of the soldiers, to go and just to verify what is happening. Though there was a head, we call Senapati. The Senapati is the head of the soldiers, and the Senapati went and actually he inquired what is happening. So he found that a team of 1,500 soldiers actually is surrounding this place, and he compared his own strength of this army, and he told the king that we are only 500 people, and it is very difficult for us to conquer a 1,500 uh, army strength of army who is surrounded by big horses and elephants and all other things. It is quite difficult. So he just tells to the king that I cannot fight this war because I feel that we will be anyhow defeated. So now what happens is that king was also terrified by the news that 1,500 people have came. Now what have to be done at this situation? So he goes back. He had a mentor in his life. He had a person who could guide him in a proper way, and he was like a sannyasi. He was roaming around the places in his kingdom. So he went back to the same person. The king went back to the same sannyasi and asked him, this is the situation, and our kingdom is surrounded by a 1,500 soldier army of a neighboring kingdom, and they want to attack us. Can you please provide a proper solution to this? Now, the sannyasi listens all to these things, narration of the king, and suggests him that do one thing. First of all, remove your the head of the army and put him in a jail. And secondly, make me as a head of your army. Now the king got surprised that how can I do this? What is this? Why are you telling like this to arrest my head of the army? How it is possible? Because he is a person who can actually drive the force. But he tells that when the soldiers come to know that this person is actually terrified, you have actually lost the war before actually going into the war. So now the king understands this, and now he asks for what further can be done in order to avoid this kind of a situation. So now he tells that I will become your king of the head of these armies, and I lead this army, and I'll be traveling with you, and I'll be fighting this war. The king was again surprised that you are just a man sannyasi who does not know the fighting skills, and you do not have a proper training in how to handle the ammunition. How would you able to do this? Can you please suggest? He tells him only one thing, that here It is not that a person who requires the archery skills or armory skills. It is the leadership which is required here. So I am that leader who is going to fight this war with the opposite army. Just please give me permission to do this. So now he goes and to the entire army, and he takes kings take this person, okay, this sannyasi, and decorates him in the all the dress of the head of the army. He puts all the weapons on him, and he tells that he's the new head of the army which we have appointed, and you all will be fighting under his guidance. So everybody was ready, and this new guy he was just motivating people like anything, and they went for the war. And before going to the war, they went to the temple, and in that temple he called everybody, every soldier, and he showed them a coin that, there is one coin with me, okay, and it has two sides, heads and tails. Now I am going to ask this Lord God of the temple that whether we are going to win this war or not. If it is heads, we are going to win anyhow. If it is tails, then we will run back to our location and will not see show up our faces to the king. Now everybody was ready, and he just went inside the temple and offered his prayer, and he just tossed the coin up. And once they saw in front of everybody, it was heads which has fallen. And now everybody was triumphantly shouting that we will win, win, win. So now he also told that now God has told that we will win, and nobody can really stop us against winning this war because God is with us. He gives this motivation to entire army, and now they enter into the war zone. Oh no, they fight tremendously, they fight rigorously with the opposition army, and they won the war. Now the soldiers were very happy, and they were very delightful, and they told that we need to offer some kind of thankfulness to this God. So let's go back to the temple. So they go back to the temple and offer their obeisances to the God of the temple. And when this sannyasi returns to the kingdom, he he was confronted by the emperor, by the king. The king asked, how come with a so much small army you could win the war? So he tells that, it is not about this. Narrates a story that, I went to the temple and I have offered my prayers to this. And when I tossed it, it was heads. So the king was also telling, yes, it is heads, means there is the support of God. He now reveals the secret, and he shows the coin to the king and tells that the both side of this coin is only heads. So there was no chance that God will deceive me. So this is what, you need to understand, that at one point of a time there is a leadership vacuum which is created in your organization, in your life, in your strengthen. You need to close all the doors which is not leading to success. You need to open the doors which are leading to success. It is all with the courage, power, and intention, intuition. You can go to the path of success, and for that you require a light leader.